right, you guys, this is a fun week for me. This has been lots of different stuff. I've been doing pick a card reading, all different kinds of stuff. A live again this week, which I have missed doing, which you probably just saw. So I hope you like the lives. I'd love to invite you to put in the comments anything you'd like to see on the channel. Next week, I'm going to be doing the July the July readings, individual zodiac readings. I will be doing a video about the astrology of July. So that'll show up soon. Probably not this week, probably early next week, maybe Sunday. We'll see how I feel. Let's see where we go. All right. So this is a message for whoever needs to hear it. And some of you may just get a piece of this be for you. Some of you, it may be the whole message. So let's see where we go. Joy and delight. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering into your life. That feels good, good, good. And desert passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. So I do feel like you guys, some of you are really learning to manifest in a very beautiful way. What I mean by that is, if you haven't really thought that you were in charge of your life, if you really felt a little out of it, like, gosh, life just keeps happening to me. Some of the things I've learned to do with my own manifestation, I learned to use the astrological transits, what's happening, which is why I talk about them a lot on this channel. New moons, full moons, stuff moving around, stuff going in retrograde. I do talk about that a lot because this is not just like stuff happening to you. You can use these energies. And if you want to understand how everything impacts your birth chart, I have a birth chart mastery workshop every other week. There's a link in the description box below. You can join that mentorship. We talk about that in our Ascension group too. That's an every week kind of workshop. So whatever you like, whatever suits you, jump on with those and you can figure out how all this stuff is impacting you and then use the energy. That's what you're here to do. It's sort of like, things happening to me. Oh boy, I'm helpless. I don't know. I just, whoever, like whatever, what matters. I don't care. Like that kind of thing. But then you start like, oh yeah, I know it's Mercury retrograde, so I can be more careful. I can do things in a certain way differently. And then you're like, all right, look what's going on. I can do this. I can choose to focus on my career here, focus on love life here. Like it's really empowering to understand how astrology works. Okay. Seriously. Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Are you serious? Look at this. 10 of Pentacles. Oh my, yes. King of Cups, King of Swords. Wow. Libra energy. This is definitely a life partnership of balanced energy. Two masculines. All right. I'm getting two masculines here, but one is a masculine feminine and one is a masculine masculine. Okay. Libra energy, air and fire energy is masculine. Pentacles and Cups is feminine. So I am getting more masculine energy here than I really expect. But I feel like the Pentacles here with the 10 of Coins and the Ace of Pentacles here is really balancing things out. It's sort of like we're using our resources for things that tie to our heart, that tie to our healing, that tie to our feeling of justice in the world, using our resources that way. I feel like this is a very purposeful couple. Now, this could be happening that you're developing this. There can be a person coming in, Wheel of Fortune, Sag, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, person coming in who's going to help balance you so that you can start working your life instead of your life working you. Okay, that's a big message here. Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Magician, 2 of Wands, the Temperance card, Gemini and Sag, more Sag here, Capricorn energy of the Devil. We have Saturn in retrograde, okay, Virgo energy, another earth sign, and Queen of Wands. So this is a little bit, I like the Queen energy here in a masculine kind of energy of Wands, right? Capricorn is an earth sign, which is feminine energy. Hermit is Virgo, which is also feminine energy in terms of the element. It's very interesting to me that there's this, it just seems like a nice balance here of masculine and feminine. The temperance angel here, making sure that that's balanced. Justice is a super balancing kind of energy. And I just like that there's like, this is kind of funny, but like Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands is kind of like a bat and a ball to me. It's like, okay, the ball is receiving the energy of the bat to do something, to go, to move forward, to advance on the bases, right? To advance around your life. You need both of these things. You need both masculine and feminine. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in, rainbow blessings, and the trust that there's a divine plan and the joy and delight feel a little bit feminine to me. It's like, this is all about receiving. That is divine feminine energy. So some of you, if this is a twin flame reading for you, it does feel like there is going to be some kind of grounded expression of let's make this real. Let's plant the seeds. Let's move forward. This is fated and destined. Let's get balanced. Let's get together. Union coming. The Two of Wands here in the middle is definitely about a decision. Okay, a decision being made. So you're showing up right now as the Ace of Wands, which is about putting in kinetic energy or expressing some kind of fire, some kind of creativity, some kind of passion that goes along with the Queen of Wands. The King of Cups generally it's Cancerian energy. It's a masculine that has trouble expressing their feelings. They don't feel like they either say things correctly or they're not accessing their feelings and they don't really know what they are, but they have a lot of feelings. They know that they're having them, but they can't identify them. It's actually a really interesting exercise to try to, just try this. Every hour, maybe that's too much, every couple hours, put a little thing on your watch, like beep, okay, what am I feeling right now? Because that is going to help you and really try to figure out what you're feeling. Because if you can't name a thing, if you can't name a feeling, you certainly don't know what it is or where it's coming from. If you're just like, I don't know what I feel, right? Like when we're talking about Neptune going retrograde on June 30th, sometimes, and it's very watery energy, sometimes our feelings can kind of blur together. We're not really sure where we're going. King of Swords, no problem with that. King of Swords knows exactly where they're going. They may not really always give their feelings much credence. Okay, so this is about balancing that and instead of doing things that are just coming from your head, coming from your thinking or coming from your logic, it's really great to be able to access those feelings and know what the next steps are for yourself so that you can balance yourself. Some of you are too much in your masculine and needing to access feelings. This is very much about passion and external expressions of our feelings, right? Someone coming in and making us an offer, someone coming in and asking us what we want to do. How do we want to proceed? Where do we want to go with this? And there's a feeling of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go. Next week, when we have Neptune going in retrograde, we can feel a little bit like we're unsure of the next steps, the next path. But I like the fact, and this is definitely about being unsure. The Seven of Cups is a little confusion. But the fact is there's so much on offer for you that you just have to kind of like say, this is how I feel and this is what I want. And it's not more complex than that. I almost feel like this King of Cups, Cancerian energy, Aquarian energy, it can be just a little bit like not flighty, but like, I don't know what I want. I feel like I don't know what I want. Sometimes Aquarians too don't know what they want because they can feel kind of untethered from the world. They can feel a little bit like they're doing things for everybody else, so they don't know what they want. Same with Cancer. They have that sense of like, well, I run around and make sure everybody else is okay. How the heck am I supposed to ever take any time to know what I want? And I feel like Neptune going into retrograde might give you that chance. It's like making everybody's a little blurry. Everybody's walking around like bumping into walls and stuff. And so like you can kind of like take some time Okay. Especially if you're Aquarian, or if you're Neptunian, if you're Aquarian or Cancerian, you can take a little time to figure this out, because everybody's kind of bumping into walls right now. No one's really going to be moving forward right at this second. This is really much more about balance, so that when I take that step forward, I'm sure of my footing. Like, I'm not going to wobble out of control. Like, if my whole life is about my family, and I'm having trouble with my work, then I'm working on balancing that. Like, what do I really want in my work? I want to expand. I want to create a lot of wealth and a lot of stability for my family, or for my path forward. If you're single, or if you're not with anybody right now, there's a sense of like, what part of your life are you putting too much emphasis on, and what part are you putting not enough on? Like, is there something out of balance for you? Because I feel like this weekend, before we get into Neptune going retrograde next week on the 30th, I feel like you got a chance here a little bit to kind of, before you go kind of into that Neptunian energy. I mean, of course, Neptune has been in retrograde. Well, it has been, the shadow has started in March. So you might have felt this since March. You might have felt like you don't really know. But this might be a good time to kind of ground yourself a little bit more and try to feel into your body about like what feels good and what doesn't feel good. Instead of trying to logically figure it out, go into your body. And what I mean by that is, this is a really simple it's a little test. And I don't want you like making huge decisions on the flip of a coin. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I want you to feel into your body, and I want you to use a really easy, make a decision that's not going to impact like everybody in your life. Like, what do I want for lunch? Do I want pizza, or do I want a salad? What do I want for lunch? And want is the word here. What do I want for lunch? What does my body want for lunch? You flip a coin, like heads, pizza, tails, a salad. And when it comes down, what's the instant thing you feel? Comes down for pizza, and you're like, woo! It comes down for salad, and you're like, aw. You know that your body is asking you, for better, for worse, for pizza. Okay. Maybe you're starving. Maybe you're hangry. Maybe you've got something going on that, like, I need to feel sustenance. I need to feel full, meaning something that has more fat content. I need to feel full or feel fulfilled more than I need salad, which is a healthier choice here. You can make pizza a healthier choice, calories notwithstanding. I'm just saying, use a decision that's kind of not a big deal and see what it feels like. So when you flip that coin and it lands, like, I'm going to go on vacation this summer, I'm going to go to Madrid, or I'm going to go to San Francisco. And I don't know which one I want to go to. There's good things about both of those places. Flip the coin, heads Madrid, tails San Francisco. And when you get the decision, how does it feel? Are you disappointed? Are you elated? Are you like, super? Are you like, oh, I want it? Then, if you go, oh, then do the other thing. But my point is that you're getting to know how your body feels, and that is connected to your spirit. That is connected to your heart center. That is connected. So logic, a lot of times, can, especially if you're twisted around, when we have that Neptune going retrograde and we're in the shadow period of that, logic may not help you here. All right. This is really about your own heart. And I feel like some of you do feel a little stuck. Some of you are manifesting a new choice to do a different thing, to go in a different direction. Some of you have a love partner coming in that's very different than who you might normally choose, because you might normally choose somebody based on some very unhealthy patterns, or you may have some kind of blocks around love right now that aren't really delivering your decision-making process to the thing or the person or the direction that actually would be in your heart's desire or in your soul's path, right? You're doing things the harder way. So you're making choices that are making you go in cul-de-sacs and making you go along the way around. And, that's, I'm convinced, since I am a late bloomer, card carrying member of the late bloomer club. I am convinced that that's why late bloomers happen, because you go constantly in these cul-de-sacs because you think you should. Okay. And if you're getting that feeling about, I think I should, then sometimes I want to examine that and use this little body exercise to see if you can just see if you're elated or if you're disappointed. That's it. That's it. And then that's how you know, when people say you got to get in touch with your feelings and you got to go with your feelings, go with your gut. That's a really easy way, okay, of determining. So what this feels like to me is there is some confusion about the next direction, the next choice to make, the next person I want in my life. And why am I making those choices? Am I making those choices based on some stuff that isn't me, or that I don't know what I want, or I don't know what's good for me, or whatever? And I don't want to make I don't want to make choices. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to make the wrong choice. So I do nothing. All right. So the Hermit is here. The Hermit is, you have more wisdom to make this choice, even though things might feel confused. The Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups coming in. I feel like some of you have a love partner coming in soon and you feel it. You feel it. All right. And it's like, there's a little bit of like anxiety about that. Is this the right person? Is this another narcissist? Like there's just that feeling. And I almost feel like you could kind of like back off a little bit because you're not sure of how you feel about things. So I'm going to continue on with this reading. I will pull a card or two for each zodiac sign to give you more guidance on this. Things are changing. New love is coming in. I've seen this for at least a few weeks right now. And especially with Neptune going retrograde, we could be a little confused as to whether this is good for us or not. Okay. All right. So link is in the description box below. If you want to continue on with me, I will see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.